The Chisholm Trail was not the only trail to come through Kansas, but it may be the most well known. The trail had over millions of cattle come through it when it was in operation. It was over 1,000 miles long and extended all the way down to Texas. To keep busy while moving the cattle, the cowboys would sing a multitude of songs. One of the most popular songs from the trail was the old Chisholm Trail. It is said that experts have found as many as 1,000 different verses to the song. The cattle drives from Texas started around 1836. They would bring the cattle up to Abilene to be put in railroads to go around the country at one point. Through the Civil War, parts of the trail and railroads were shut down so that cattle worth $2 in Texas might be worth as much as $40 or more in Chicago. When the trail first started, it went up to Missouri. They would have to continue to go to Missouri if Missouri had outlawed Texas cattle. When they outlawed Texas cattle, one entrepreneur named Joseph McCoy took advantage. He got the Kansas Pacific Railway to allow Texas cattle to be shipped out of Abilene. The first load to leave Abilene was September 1867. The trail was named after an Indian trader named Jesse Chisholm. Jesse built a number of trade routes in the Oklahoma Territory that the trail went through. Usually cattle drives had roughly 2,000 to 3,000 cattle with about 10 cowboys and a horse wrangler. They left in the spring most of the time and got to the train station around 2 months later. There were many troubles that the cowboys faced along the trail, such as rivers and flood streams that would hold the cattle up and make the job much more difficult for the drivers. Additionally, they would have to deal with thieves and treacherous weather while on the trail. During the 5 years the cattle drive went to Abilene, more than 3 million cattle went through McCoy's pens. During the time the trail was in full operation, Abilene was known as a very rough town. With so many cowboys and thieves and such coming through the town, it was not very safe. With the rise of cowboys coming through the town, many farmers got agitated. Due to the rising conflict between cowboys and local farmers, they informed Abilene that they did not want cattle coming through anymore. So in 1872, Abilene told the drivers that no more cattle could come through Abilene. This did not mark the end of the trail, though. With Abilene out of the picture, many other towns popped up, such as Newton and Wichita, which became well-known cattle towns. The history of the Chisholm Trail changed many times, from where it ended to how it operated to where it operated. Nevertheless, it will always be remembered and what it did for Kansas ranchers and the cattle market at large.